Hi students, welcome back to AK's online class. Last video we have already learned about three physical properties of metals and non-metals. Today we are again discussed about the remaining physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, let us start now. Next property is luster. Luster means shining appearance. Okay, most metals have shiny luster. That is the other physical property. What about non-metals? Non-metals usually do not have any luster appearance except two non-metals. Do you know the name? Can you tell the name of the metals? What are the non-metals shows the luster appearance, luster property? Yes, one for diamond, another for iodine. Okay, these metals. So here, except for diamond and iodine, which have luster appearance. Did you understand? Next property is sonority. Sonority means, do you know the meaning of sonority? Metals make a ringing sound when beaten or hitting by hard object or something, the ringing sound is produced. That property is known as sonority. What is the definition? The ability of metals by which they produce special ringing sound when they are hit by hard object. This property is known as sonority. So metals have this property. Most of the metals are sonorous. What about non-metals? Non-metals do not make any sound. That's why non-metals are non-sonorous. Okay? Did you understand? These are the other properties. Sonority. Let us move on other property, physical state of metals and non-metals. Physical state. Do you know that metals mostly occur in solid state at room temperature? Okay, except one metal that always form in liquid form at room temperature. Do you know the name of that metal? Do you know the name? Yes, good. Mercury, very good. Mercury is the only one metal that always in liquid form at room temperature. That you noted in your books. Very, very important. Remaining all metals are solid state except mercury. Do you know, my dear students, which metal is used in thermometer, especially clinical thermometer and all? You already learned in lower classes onwards. Yes, metals. Which metals? Which metals? Yes, that is mercury. Very good. This mercury is used in clinical thermometer because it's always liquid state at room temperature, and also it has a high coefficient of expansion which make it easy to move up in the thermometer according to the as per the temperature variation. It easy to move in the thermometer. That's why this metal is that means mercury metal is used in thermometer and all. Then what about the non-metals? Non-metals are mostly occur in solid or gaseous state at room temperature. Okay, except one non-metals are there that always liquid at room temperature. Do you know the name? Yes, that you noted, bromine. Okay, which non-metals are always occur as liquid state at room temperature? That is bromine. Noted that. Other all are solid or gaseous state. Non-metals in solid state are like examples such as carbon. Graphite and carbon different from graphite and diamond, and sulfur, phosphorus, iodine. Example in gaseous state, you know that oxygen, nitrogen, these all are the examples of gaseous states of non-metal. So you noted from these 2 points are the which metal is always liquid state at room temperature? That is mercury. Which name the non-metal which always at liquid state at room temperature? That is bromine. These points you noted. Okay. Let's move on other properties, melting point and boiling point of metals and non-metals. Metals, both melting and boiling points are high in metals group. That means most of the metals melt and boil at very high temperature. That means they have very high melting point and boiling point. Exception here, except one metal is gallium. It is very easily melt in our hand. It easily melt. That is low melting point. Another example, sodium, potassium. These all are the metals have very low melting and boiling point. Okay, so except some metals are very low boiling and very low melting point and boiling point. One is gallium, another one sodium, potassium. Remaining all metals are high melting and boiling point. What about non-metals? Generally that non-metals have low melting point and low boiling point. Okay dear, that is the noted that usually non-metals have low melting and low boiling point, but here also exception is there. But graphite has very high melt. One non-metal have very high melting point and boiling point, that is graphite. But graphite has a very high melting and boiling point. Okay, did you understand? This is the last properties or physical properties of metals and non-metals, that is density. Metals have very high density. Density means their atoms are very closely packed. Am I right? So metals have very high densities as their atoms are very closely packed. This arrangement of atom, that means the arrangement of the atom means they are very closely packed. That's why they make them very strong and hard. But some metals here, exception is the some metals which have low density and are very soft. Example, sodium and potassium. Noted that sodium and potassium, these are the metals have very low density and very soft. They always float on water, and it can even be cut with a knife. Very easily we can break these metals because these metals are very soft. Example, sodium, potassium. Noted. And what about non-metals? Non-metals have very low density, except some non-metals are there that we will discuss. So most of the non-metals are very low density, except one is diamond, which is the hardest. One exception is the diamond is very hard. Am I right? And that you noted that. So diamond is the only one non-metal which is very hard. It means very high density. Remaining all non-metals are low density. Okay, I hope all of you understood these all physical properties of metals and non-metals. First one, conductivity, ductility, malleability, then luster. Another property, sonority, physical state, then melting point and boiling point, the last one, density. I hope all of you understood these all physical property. You have to underline main points, read in your textbook and underline the points, and you have to watch the video thoroughly and note the main points in your notebook. Okay, I hope all of you understood this concept. Okay, study very well. Okay, we will meet next class. Okay, thank you.